Hello, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK. Welcome to a brand new campaign. Here we are kicking things off. Today is session 1, a new band of adventurers, fabulous new Emma City art, a new world of possibilities, an area of the Forgotten Realms that we have never been to before. As we delve into the jungles of Chultz. Here, down in the southern peninsula. I was freaked out when I look at the map. I always forget how close it is to Lantern. Lantern's like right there. A massive thank you to all of you wonderful people who have jumped in already. A raid coming in, gifted subs, bits by the score. Thank you all so much. And inspiration for all of these lovely people. Let me sort that out first so I don't forget. Thank you all so much. Baron, thank you for the inspirations. And McClover, thank you for all of those bits. And thank you for that raid coming in from Split the Party. Absolutely awesome. Let's see if they split the party today. We shall see. Well, they start split, I suppose.
Yeah, I was about to say.
One of these little crystals for all of these people, which allows them to re-roll. They're only allowed one each, unless the spins get them. Oh, I saw Phantom. Don't worry. they only have to re-roll as they did before. The wheel of shenanigans is the only way for them to get another crystal. So if you've got lots of those tasty dream pies, chill for a second. Unless you want to help me, languishing over here without any blink at all, not even the slightest hint of any drip.
I can say that, and somebody's going to give you a disadvantage crystal just to be cheeky.
So, yes, thank you, everybody, for jumping in there. Absolute pleasure to have you all here as we are ready to roll and jump into this brand new camp. Oh, look at the art. Love the art. It's a little brackle.
Real.
And there's a Waymack. I see a Waymack. Yes, everyone, do check out the fabulous Emma City art. Wait, music, I put you on loop.
Where is...
Loop down.
There's the...
Oh, speaking of...
I'll play different music instead. You had your chance, and you failed.
But who's our music provider, Bart?
I'm going to.
By viewers like you.
Indeed. Hey, JR, how you doing, mate? Right, so welcome in, everybody. Absolute pleasure to have you all here. So, we are kicking things off. All of the wonderful folks who support us, including you folks over there in chat, and these wonderful players of mine, as well as those folks scrolling by on the edge of Hugh's screen there, that's framed there. Thank you for looking after the sponsors there, Hugh.
Naturally.
With your titty window. nestled in your pecs.
What can I say?
Okay, so yes, please do check out the wonderful Emma City art, everyone, for all of your adventurers, OCs, titty window toting ideas.
Titty window toting.
Emma's City
I am not spending the next 17 months listening to Hugh's titty window.
Listen,
let's
listen.
get it out now.
That sounds like quit a talk, Chappie.
The
Get it out now.
Hot. Jungle gets hot. You gotta have some kind of ventilation.
I'm saying, looking at Hugh's and Waymack's armor, I think Hugh is going to be much more comfortable. And
no, Waymack's is lacquered bamboo.
Thank you, my friend.
Yes, I am. Thank you, Grim. Yeah. You are so right.
Okay, let me put that down over there. I mean, there we go. All of those inspiration crystals already doled out. So absolutely awesome. But yes, that gives people a re-roll on the dice there. But it is the same situation as the first roll. So if it's disadvantaged, they will get disadvantage on the second roll as well. We shall see. It's not inspiration, which is still available through traditional means. Okay, thank you all, everyone. Yes, do jump into that giveaway as I see people. We have 4 presents today to celebrate the start of our new campaign. We have the fantastic Encounters in Chult, aptly, from the fabulous CZRPG. And we have
CZRPG
3 gift tokens, $10 off whatever you fancy on their digital catalogue from Troll Lord Games. Absolutely amazing. Jump in and get yourself all of that good stuff. Let me shout out those wonderful folks. Christian is all the amazing people over at CJRPG, been a long time supporter of the channel, and is the writer of our sneak peek preview playthrough of She Sent Us Tyranny coming up later this week. And Trollord Games, Chuck and everyone over there, absolutely awesome people, be it some D&D stuff or their own Castles and Crusades system. Very long connection with the Gygaxes there. They were the last publishing company that Mr. Gygax used before passing away. And their Castles and Crusades system is a very, very awesome system that has a lot of influence over D&D and other TTRPGs as well. Check it out. I know they're all getting very excited for GaryCon, the lucky bastards.
One day.
Way too far away to get to. But yes. Yeah,
one day.
Imagine. Oh.
What is it? A Phoenix Owaki road trip to get
Yes, yes. Can you imagine?
Where is it?
Does anyone, can we crash on anybody's couches?
It's at Lake Geneva. Is it Lake Geneva?
Yeah, I think
yes,
it's like
but
Geneva. I'm pretty sure Gen Con used to be in like Geneva. Then I moved.
Wisconsin.
Did it get it got too big, right? For...
Yeah. Yeah. It's way too big. It's the biggest TTRPG board game industry in
What
the
is
world.
that? Gen Con?
Yeah. In the
Yeah, Gen Con.
That's Gen Con, yeah. This is GaryCon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's like Geneva.
Okay, cool. Gen Con was in Lake Geneva.
Lake Geneva.
And then they moved in. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, but I just love all the old school, like Lord Gasson was going to be there, DM Dave from Guild Superior is going to be there, Phantom NJ, all of those cool people.
You
all
should
over
ask them to
there.
bring Omiyage.
Cheers.
Yeah, it's like Omiyage kure.
Right? And Luke Gygax will be there, and I'm rather jealous at the moment because I'm enjoying Picard Season 3 very much. Todd Stashwick will be there as well. Lots of awesome stuff going on. Right, okay, my friends, let us... Lake Geneva, yes, it is. Okay, cool. Got it. Cheers, guys. Okay. Gen Con was, and now GaryCon is. Okay, gotcha. Nice. Prime con territory, apparently. Right, okay, my friends. So, as we get rolling today, let us meet these wonderful adventurers. But not all at once. Little by little. Because you are not all gathered up in one spot at the moment. And I'm going to get things rolling here. Is everyone jumping in that giveaway? Good. Good luck, everybody. Okay, now. The Peninsula of Chult. I'm going to read... It has, hasn't it? All of these music are one-shot ones. They're not... I'm just going to keep...
Can you loop them?
You're supposed to be able to, yeah. I have clicked it, so I'll see if it works this time. I think it was already playing last time, so it didn't automatically do it. Okay, so, everybody. We are travelling, as we said, for the first time on the mainland to the jungle peninsula of Chult. Now, this is quite the hazardous terrain there. You want to watch out when you are travelling around here. It can be a rather dangerous place to be. Now, find this frozen a bit. Yes. Hey, warrior! Everyone, check out the fabulous tokens from Warrior. We are using their snakeskin, like anaconda one here.
Anaconda, don't.
I wonder who's going to get there first. Yeah, do check out the awesome tokens from Warrior over on the DM's Guild there. Okay. Right, so, lots and lots of beautiful designs. And let us, without further ado, delve into the jungle. With the exception of a few coastal settlements, Chult is untamed tropical wilderness. Dense jungles and snaking rivers, ringed by mountains, volcanoes, and sheer escarpments. Walls of mountains to the west, south, and east shield the interior from the sea and from the view of passing sailors. The rivers are so sluggish that it can be difficult determining which direction is upstream and which is down. The rivers pick up speed only where they thunder down through steep-sided gorges, cascading over violent waterfalls. The safest entry points to this overgrown realm, safest is a relative term in this context, are on the north and east coasts. The coast from the Bay of Chult to Refuge Bay offers beaches on which to embark into the uncharted jungle. Along the entire coast, the Bay of Chult is the only spot where travelers can find welcoming civilization. The rest of the peninsula is a breeding ground for blood-sucking, disease-bearing insects, monstrous reptiles, carnivorous birds, and beasts of every variety. Oh, and murderous undead. The further one moves from the coast, the more humid, hot, and inhospitable the land becomes. That is where our adventurers are going to be heading. But right now, they find themselves in that little beacon of civilization, that riot of color and noise, smells and experiences that is Port Nyanzaru in the north of the peninsula. Sorry, no, as I'm looking at it. Yes, it is kind of the north. It goes off to the west and then scoops up a bit there. So yes, join us, my friends, as we head to Port Nyanzaru and all of the fun of the festival. Something the majority of us here have experienced many times in Japan. All the wonderful festivals that we have here. But we are headed, my friends, to Port Nyanzaru at a rather special time. There's a large, riotous festival underway as we arrive here. Why, you might ask? Well, to explain that, you need a little history lesson for the Wakiverse. The world of adventures and multiplanar shenanigans that is everything that happens here on QuestJunkiesUK. As you arrive here, we are arriving in the aftermath of certain climactic and exciting events that took place a couple of years ago in the real world here. As the person in the far corner from me here, Waku, and some other adventurers, our good friend Aelin, AJ Winters, one of the other few instances of Kalashtar here in the Forgotten Realms. Wonder what that's all about. We've had hints of where that came from in Chicenta's Tyranny, with our good friend Patch as well. And of course our good friend Andy as well, in his total druid. We played a mini summer campaign known as the Snout of Omgar, a wonderful little location off the southern coast of Chult, introduced in the D&D supplement, the Total Package, which also introduced totals to the game. And as our adventurers romped around said Snout of Omgar, they uncovered a plot by the cult of elemental evil to open up various portals around the island and bring about the downfall of the material plane. But our adventurers... Wacko, I'm doing Chaser disservice, aren't I? Here. We are chasing there as well. Sorry. I had him in my head as Frostmaiden. That goes so long.
He was my good friend.
He was your good friend.
We got along.
Yes, and connected to this campaign with our friend Waymack over there as well. Another devout follower of Bast. Yes, the Bast Paladin. Another Bast Paladin, in fact. Popular choice for paladins here on QuestJunkiesUK. Yes, we had the fabulous Chase.
But you said
as well.
that was all we could be. You said we had to what?
The NDA. You forgot about the NDA.
No. Yes, the fabulous Chase was playing there. Paladin of Bast as well, who then continued on up the coast, far up the coast to Icewind Dale to join our Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign, before continuing even further north to join up with the Drow up in the frozen north there. But they, on the Snout of Omgar, were questing to save a temple of Bast from the UNT that had taken it over, and there was mutterings and rumors going around about UNT and their designs and plans to call back a certain terrifying entity known as Dendar, the Night Serpent, into the world. But that was fine. That was happening over in Chult on the mainland. No problem here on the Snout of Ongar. But they did manage to claim the temple back and close all of those portals. And they thought they were just thwarting the cult, but they were in fact doing something else. Unwittingly, the portals to the various planes of the elemental plane were anchoring down and keeping captive said Ongar of Snout of Ongar, as it was not a mere island. It was indeed, as the name suggested, the Snoot. And our friends released it from its captivity, unbooping the Snoot, if you will. And
I unboop your snoot.
And Ongar, the epic level. Oh, what's the official name? Charlie, do you know the official name? It's the new level of dragon that was in Fizzbands.
Oh,
Epic? No, I don't.
Legendary?
Legendary? Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Anyone chat? Do you know that?
It's ancient.
Legendary, like above ancient, the legendary dragon turtle Ongar was released and rose from the waters of the ocean, causing waves to crash all along the coast of Chult. And as it did so, we heard a faint cry from the north, from the mouth of the bay of Chult, where near Port Nyanzaru is located. And that cry was, "Senpai! Notice me, Senpai!" As the dragon turtle that had been living in the mouth of the Bay of Chult and terrorizing all of the merchants that were trying to come and go from Port Nyanzaru, trading with Baldur's Gate, Kalimport, and all of the other places beyond, had to pay hefty taxes and prices in treasure and gold to the dragon turtle, that they might be allowed to passage through to the port itself. But with the emergence of Ongar, the dragon turtle in the Bay of Chult, yes, brother.
Great worm.
Great worm, thank you. Yes, thank you. So yes, the great worm dragon turtle that was Ongar rose up out, and the dragon turtle from the Bay of Chult were chasing after them in full-on starry-eyed senpai worship mode, and they went off questing together into the ocean. Who knows where? We have not found out just where.
Love dragon turtles.
Oh, is it too noisy? Thank you, everybody. Yeah, please give me a shout in chat, because I have no idea how noisy it is. The kind of audio bars are not the best measure of how loud it exactly is for everyone back home. Not an exact science, everyone. Thank you. I hope you could hear what I was fucking saying, because there was a lot of it. Okay.
Hopefully.
You guys are fine in Zoom.
Oh no! I was double checking the stream before.
Right. That's a lot better. Cheers, Rishi. Yeah, please do shout at me, everyone in chat. I am keeping an eye on chat. Thank you. Right. Okay. So that is where we return to our current timeline, and that is a time for celebration, because the dragon turtle is gone, and the merchant princes, anticipating the loss of having to pay such hefty fines and taxes and levies to get into the port, just know how much money they're going to make. And in doing so, they're putting down some of that money right now, and a huge festival is happening in Port Nyanzaru. So, let us return to the port. It's time for Vecna. No, Vecna's sitting pretty and sated for a while at least, Rishi.
Give it like 5 minutes.
All right.
Let them catch up on their emails.
Okay, whew, he's like, okay, done. Now, riotous colour, music, dancing, exotic foods, performances of mock battles, gladiatorial combat in the Colosseum. All of these amazing events are happening throughout the streets of Port Nyanzaru. And there's various locals and inhabitants of the city are all reveling in all of that joy. And we are going to head on over here. To the docks. Let's just do this a bit. Hello, I love that. Sorry. That Sirenscape sound there. It had the dinosaurs walking by. It was just like doom, doom.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is there cannon fire?
Nope, that was a big old Triceratops. Yes, because we are down
It's
here,
like
folks, in
bleh.
the peninsula of Chult, where there are dragons. Dragons? Yeah, there are dragons. But there are also dinosaurs. Sorry, stay on target. What? I just talked
Dragons?
about them. Yeah, dragon turtles.
Okay.
I just talked about them. And absolutely no
okay.
other dragons anywhere whatsoever. Don't worry about it.
Absolutely none. Thus.
Waku Patch has a button for that. You have to do it manually.
Yeah, I'm a
concerns
very
with-
analog guy, you know.
Okay. That's working. Right. Here there be dinosaurs. Yes, indeed, Phantom. Okay. So, as we kind of pan through the streets, all of the colourful inhabitants of Port Nyanzaru coming and going, all of the various races with a larger amount of humans and tabaxi and basteti, catfolk, and Arakokra swooping here and there, some of them trailing colourful streamers behind them as they celebrate
Wow.
and enjoy the festival of the opening of the ways, as they are calling it, as the access to the port has been opened up and made available for everyone to enjoy. Now, when I say enjoy, I mean make money.
That's what it's all about.
Oh, kane.
Okay, so as you enjoy this scene and the smells and the sights and the music of this riotous festival atmosphere, we actually swoop out through the southern gates of the city and towards... Now, actually, let me remind myself of the name there. Oh, there he goes again.
Man, that's a big dino.
Big boy. Big boy. Okay. There we go. Yes. Da-da-da-da. Sorry, folks. New place. Where's Hooties? Okay. So yes, as we swoop down through the gates that are known as Uptau's Jaws, and out into the exterior of the city.
That was not a camel.
That dinosaur had some notes, apparently. We swoop through Uptau's Jaws. We see the city guard looking slightly annoyed that they're on duty during the festivities, but it has to be done, as a vigilant eye must always be facing towards the jungles. Such, in case a undead incursion came spilling forth and the alarm bells could be rung, as it is ever-present danger here in the land of Chult that the undead will spill forth from the forests to attack. And one location that is in constant danger from said incursions is the poor slum region of the city known as Malah's Throat. As our view goes through the jaws of Malah here to the outskirts of the city, it plunges into a ravine. And the steep sides of this ravine, rocky and craggy up, with the patch of sky far above, are somewhat obscured, as there are hundreds of shanty dwellings and small houses and workshops clustered on the walls of the ravine themselves. For nothing can be built on the floor of the ravine, as the floods that come in from monsoon rains and the like come rushing through the ravine here, through the gates and down through the streets to the harbour, often washing along with them unattended baskets, dead animals, and the occasional unlucky local. Between all of these precariously perched dwellings, there are sorry, I'm repeating myself. rather dangerous looking, not for the faint-hearted, vertiginous rope bridges spanning the width across the ravine here and climbing up from below, so that people can access their various properties and places of employ and where they live. And we are going to start today by meeting one of those locals. Someone who lives in the throat of Malah. A small figure who, from all appearances, is not on the screen yet. Because their appearance is not their true appearance. Now let me switch over to Roll20 so we can show you what we see.
We can worry about what they're saying about only good things, Lava Kitten. Yeah, she's that one that I was telling you about. You know, just
Yeah, no, it sounds
boundaries.
super sweet. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So like,
There we go.
Oh, we're back. Uh-oh.
It would seem the heat of Cholt is not just affecting
Flustered.
us.
Rah.
it's getting hot in here, so hot.
Ah,
No titty window over here, I'm afraid. But there we go.
no harm, no.
What are we even signed up for?
Okay, welcome back, everyone. So, sorry about that. Okay, I knew I'd forgotten something. Okay, there we go. Dong, dong, dong. Right, so everything's okay again, guys? You good? Okay, so Brackle,
Golly crud.
Oh, Grim, thank you so much.
Hey,
Okay,
look at
now
that.
as we introduce these characters, I'm going to be doing these spins of the wheel, so that is 2 each now. So Brackle,
Oh,
as
boy.
you emerge from your little hut on the edge of the throat of Malar, what do people see? And I will also show them what they see.
So unlike a very suspicious spoiler that is currently displayed on screen, you see a red parrot Aarakocra. More specifically, a macaw. There's this sort of warm capelet that is going on. There's these really big, bright, yellow eyes, green, and they're not carrying a staff or a backpack. No, it's too hot for that sort of shit right now. And they are carrying. I'm in my head. They're carrying a little book with a list of people they have to talk to because their master doesn't want to do it. And this very small parrot goes and kind of breathes a big sigh. I really wish I could read your handwriting. Alright, time to start asking people for help. And as they're kind of waddling around and moving toward, this small, swift little figure kind of alights on their shoulder, wrapping over the edges of their left shoulder blade, peering down at what they're doing with a little fine tongue that goes, Jig, I don't know what I'm looking at. Can you read?
Shakes his head.
What's that smell?
And
I
yeah.
catch the whiff of festival food in the distance and my stomach gurgles louder than ever.
Yes. Now, you are slightly concerned about the crowds that you know will be through the main gates and into the main city.
There are so many feet that could step on me.
Indeed.
Why are there so many big things in this area?
Now, I love this music. Everyone, as Streamlamps has very timely put up there, do jump in on that little affiliate link of ours and get yourself awesome sounds from Sirenscape. All of the original music and sound effects that we are playing today is coming from them. Although, I'm just going to switch it up a little bit because we're not next to the ocean. So get to those waves away for a moment. There we go.
Oh boy.
Okay. So, Brackle, as you
Yes.
come out onto your little kind of rickety, walkway in front of your abode,
Back.
you leap off into the gap between the edges of the throat of Malar and glide down through the rope bridges, smiling and kind of waving your little wing, doing a little wingtip in greeting to some of the folks that you see passing by. There's a old kind of graying furred Basteti washerwoman who waves, and you have quite an affinity with the Basteti here. There's the church, the Temple of Bast here in
They're really
the throat
nice.
of Malar, and you've met the people there. Sister Frictionless Dan, forgive me. The sister there, the sister there, in charge of things
I
at the
think-
moment, is
I
a good
think-
friend.
She told me to call her auntie because I'm just small, and like Brackle is very inherently the type of creature that you're like, oh boy, are you okay? Do you need a little help? And it's because they are looking perpetually overworked and perpetually lost.
The children of the Throat of Balar also go there to learn their letters as well. Do you have like with your size? Do you have like an affinity with the kids and stuff?
Yeah, I would like to think that like I've sat into classes because my master is very lazy, and
Yes.
as much as I admire them for all of the work they do,
Yeah.
I can't read their handwriting. And at one point, I brought it to Auntie to show them, like, do you have any idea what this means? And they could just make it out.
Do you
Like this.
what the stuff we talked about with
Yeah.
Jillstein?
Yeah,
The
Justine.
pronunciation.
Master Justine.
Are they away now?
I would like to think they're asleep now. If they're away when I come back to the house, it's not strange.
Gotcha. Okay, so as you glide down, one thing kind of shores you up and makes you a bit more confident about going into the crowds at the festival in the city itself, and that's the knowledge that your good friend is waiting for you. And
I have a good friend.
you do. Congratulations.
I have a good friend.
Yes, the good friend is waiting for you. And that friend is the most wondrous, talented, glorious bard that you have ever experienced, and you just love the music that they play. A
I like
gnomish,
music.
a gnomish woman by the name of Eliwick Tan.
Yeah. I would like to think.
Yes, lovely. Often
I
out
would
of
like-
town and away on business and doing other things in other places.
Oh, yeah.
But come back for the festival and to perform here at the festival.
And they've just got the best stories, which is why Brackle's met them in the first place. Like Brackle, like we mentioned, has an affinity for with the kids, and is just kind of like saddled up, and much like the rest of them, just this tiny like parrot just goes squat, listen zone, and like would chitter along to like the songs and stuff, and just kind of sway. And I call them Tan. Because I don't know, I trying to pronounce their name makes it hard, and I can only move my beak so well, and P's are difficult.
Okay, everyone, enjoy this beautiful map.
Brackle might be balking it.
Ooh.
There you go.
So yes, here we are in Malar's Throat, and you can see this is one of those 90-degree shifted maps. So north is right to the right.
North is right.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. So Malar's Throat is to the south of the city, and you can
Yep.
see the jaw
That's
of
how-
Malar, the gates house there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Whee!
Right. So, Brackle, as the magic of the festival, the innate focus and tension and excitement is building in this atmosphere, it manifests in a couple of ways. As we spin that wheel twice.
Yep.
First up, first spin of the campaign.
This
Oh,
is
man,
gonna
that's
set
so
the tone.
Wild Magic Surge, baby. Come on.
Yep, it is. Wild Magic
Yeah.
Surge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh!
And second,
Right. D100.
yes, let's have it locked and loaded for later.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. And you see that Jigu,
Jig.
yeah, Jigu, your little flying snake companion, seems to be glowing and sparking. Like along their feathers, there's just like this energy that's just shining. And you know that if you have the necessary, the need for it, they can give you the benefits of a short rest.
Aww. I would like to. It's like my friendly flying snake is very much like, I would say, is Brackle's main confidant. Just like do you have any idea? No? Okay. Do you know where I can find money? No? Okay. I'm hungry. You too? Okay. Like this.
Yes. Yeah. I think you have a certain kind of like imposter syndrome and stuff when it comes to Eliwick Tan. Because like wherever she goes, it's just like crowds of adoring people around her. And people like, she calls herself the greatest bard in the multiverse. Too often. But it is not without reason. She is insanely popular.
And listen to the cheering crowds behind her too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's coming. You know, perhaps she's performing just through the gates because they sound very, very excited.
Oh.
Now,
I hope Tan's doing well.
and yes, as you go down, you land in the base there, and you see the only meaningful structure on the floor of Mala's throat, which is the Temple of Bast, with its impressive stone cats rampant on either side of the gate. You know, big cats there, and its beautiful architecture. And you actually see. Sorry, bear with me, folks. We're taking our time here. We're not rushing and doing things here. So I am going to look up this poor person's name.
Oh, this is Auntie?
Do our friend Dan a disservice here. 2 seconds. I have it right here. Also, which table would you like that wild magic to be on, Druid or Warlock?
You know what, Warlock?
Okay.
I want some craziness to go down then.
Sister Clara is the Bastetti priestess.
Auntie Clara. Oh no, not Clara.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, Sister Clara is the Bastetti priestess there, and she has recently taken over because the previous priest, Father Baltan, has passed away. But yes, she's quickly picking up where he left off and taking control of things there. Okay, now as you pass the temple, and I think let's say Sister Clara is actually out on the steps of the temple sweeping them. There was a flash flood yesterday, and the waters came washing down through as always, and there's just the accumulated leaves and detritus that's on the steps that got caught in the temple's shadow there. And she's kind of swooping up, and she's like, Brackle, how are you?
Auntie, I am tired.
You need more sleep, dear.
I
Fancy
would
a
get
cat's
some.
nap?
I wouldn't mind it, honestly, but it's just been so busy lately. Jillstein's been working all throughout the night, and I can only get so much. Well, I can only do my job so well. You know, there's only us.
That is true. Well, are you off to enjoy the festival?
Checks the list. Can you read this?
If you can't read it, who wrote it?
Jillstein. Again.
It is a request.
Oh, okay.
It seems someone you both know is arriving in the port.
Oh.
And you are to meet them. And you remember Jillstein mentioning this. The figure, another follower of Bast, although it doesn't say in the letter here, so Clara doesn't notice. Another follower of Bast, a person by the name of Waymack, has been in touch and requested a meeting.
It's about that. I'm not gonna lie, I really thought it was about dinner, so that makes more sense. Okay, does it have any particular details about them? I was just told that they were, well, like you. But, you know, coming not from here.
Like me? What do you mean?
Brackle raises their wings and does this. and then does like the tail thing, as like they've got like this feather tail that doesn't sweep. Yeah. Oh yes.
Tabaxi.
Bastetti.
Bastetti. Ah. Well, if they
These
are
hard.
if they are a follower of the faith, please have them visit.
Okay, I can do that.
Thank you.
Do you need any help sweeping?
No, it's all good. You get into the festival.
Okay, I'll see if I can bring back some snacks.
Don't keep your friends waiting.
I have friends.
And she tells you that it's has the information that you need to head down to the to Tiriki Anchorage.
Okay.
Which they're going to be arriving at.
Tricky.
Which is
gotcha.
Tiriki, yes. Tiriki Anchorage is the kind of like regular Joe Schmo's, like, you know, trading ports and some dodgy stuff in there as well.
It's not.
But yeah, not certainly.
So the regular port.
Yeah,
for,
not
for,
the fancy,
Brackle.
you know, expensive merchants and visiting royalty and stuff instead. Yeah.
Understood. Okay.
Smaller ships, and you were told that they would be arriving by canoe.
Canoe.
Indeed.
Wow, that must have been a hell of a journey. The ocean looks so big.
So, you say goodbye to Sister Clara and continue north through the rest of the throat, the big stone walls looming to either side of you, and slowly coming down and then opening out and round as the walls loom above you instead. And the jaws of Malar, the gatehouse, are there. And you see another friendly face.
Eh?
Now, you didn't give me a name. What was that Aarakocra's name?
All of me wants to say polarity, but I won't do that.
That was a one-shot character that Scarlett played using that parent as from
this
before.
this exact art.
Just humble with art.
They are Zura. Their name is Zura.
Okay.
They are a small, almost kingfisher-like, in shape, sort of Aarakocra. Like there's a blue tint to the feathers, sort of a patchy, creamy coat around the thing, and they have the worst laugh.
Noted.
And they are always laughing, which honestly makes you laugh because it is such a bad laugh.
Oh man, how do I do this? Okay, right. So, you see that Zura is on duty at the gatehouse, kind of like leaning on a spear.
Hi.
Brackle, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. Off to enjoy all the fun and festivities and get yourself in trouble?
Yes! I'm so sorry. It's like Brackle's like, I mean, maybe if I can, I've got to go pick up a person for Master Jillstein, though.
Whoop! You're gonna go and pick up someone? Oh, yeah, I see, one of the bars.
No. Do I look like I'm tall enough for that?
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure there's plenty of people in town that don't mind if you fall short of a few things.
I can't even carry anything that heavy. Like, what are you talking about? Brackle, completely oblivious to the innuendo.
Well, don't be up too late or we'll close the gates and you won't be able to get home.
Is it really that funny, Zora? That's kind of scary.
So you're gonna pass on through the gates?
Yeah, I pass on through the gates, but I go to Zora. Are you going to be having a break anytime soon, or are you working the whole day?
Oh, I'm stuck here on duty all day.
I'll bring you back snacks, okay?
Ooh, thank you, but nothing too spicy. I don't want the shits.
Well, if you're stuck at the post all day, that'll be probably the worst scenario. Except for maybe the other stuff. And then I walk over, totally thinking of the undead.
Yep, we don't want it to wash through me like storm rains through the throat of Malar.
Yeah. That was a bad time last time. All right.
Please leave her.
Yeah, no. I'm leaving. I am most definitely leaving.
No, it's okay.
Jura.
Okay. So yes, you pass through the gates with lots of other
Yep.
people too, kind of like side-eyeing this wildly cackling Aarakocra, and into the city itself, and you can see the amazing structure that is Port Nyanzaru here. It is a collection of hills and the various palatial residences of the merchant princes and the Grand Colosseum and the Grand Bazaar, and all of these beautiful buildings rise up on these hills above you. You can see these slopes of buildings. There's nothing of the original terrain visible, but there's these slopes of buildings going up, crescendoing up to the finale and the grand site that is these beautiful buildings at the top of these various hills. And there are big causeways linking them up, and that people can travel between them without mixing with the riffraff down below. And you can see that things are even more colourful than normal as you make your way into the streets here. And there are people pushing and through and coming this way and that. And there are colourful streamers hanging from all the buildings, even more so than usual. There are the various interesting inverted umbrella-looking things which are designed to catch all the rainwater so nothing goes to waste when the rains do come charging through. And all of the smells of stalls and interesting foods and spices being sold. As you can see directly through the gate there is a market set up, not the main market, but there is a marketplace set up right there through the main gates. And you can see, and you catch on the wind as well the smell of the ocean, as the harbour and the docks are not too far to the north from where you're standing there. Now, we do cut back as you disappear into the crowds. The only way we can see where you are is the fact that that Jigu is flying above you, what little satellites around
trying to avoid getting bumped off the shoulder as Brackle is avoiding people as nimbly as they can.
Yeah, I love it.
Guys, the Triceratops again.
Yeah, one of the dinosaurs, carrying a bunch of wares from the ports to one of the major markets, just comes lumbering by, just with big barrels of goods and bales of cloth and stuff on the side. And as they pass by, as I say, we just put back to Zura for a moment there, as she straightens up and watches you go, and then spits on the ground. And we go back to you. The noise of all the people almost crescendos into a certain spot in an area of the square past the market stalls that are next to the gatehouse here, and you see a large circle of people gathered around a gnome with a very large albino frog on her lap, and her musical instrument playing wonderful music for all of the people here that are passing by. And you can see that there are a few folks that are dancing along with the music as well and enjoying the performance of Eliwick Tan here at the festival. And it is absolutely wondrous, just beautiful music, and everyone's just enraptured by it. And people are, it's hard for you to kind of get through. I think you kind of just excuse me, and they come through the legs and things.
So sorry. Please watch the tail.
And you manage to get through the crowd towards the center of it, and Eliwick is in full swing. She's singing a raucous tale about how she beguiled the dragon goddess herself, and just all these tall tales that she always spins, and everyone's just singing along, and the folks are dancing and clapping and cheering, and she sees you. Doesn't break performance, but just a big smile and a wink, and and then
I think Brackle full wings come up near the face, over the beak, and looks up to Jigu, and Jigu is the equivalent of yeah, no, that wasn't you, and it's just
no, Carabina.
Hello, folks. Here she is.
She's too cool for
Hooray.
me, Jig. I'm not. Yeah, she's too cool.
And as she plays her wonderful music, her albino frog friend, hey Jessica, how you doing? Her albino frog friend, Grok, leaps off her lap and just comes hopping across the small open space before the sea of people, and Jigu swoops down and they start playing together, as they often do, and they are reunited.
What is it? It totally started with Goroku like trying to take out Jig like a giant dragonfly, and Jig fighting back.
Okay, and you stand there and watch the performance and enjoy the music until finally, she comes to the end of her song, and the crowd disappointed. Oh, Phantom, if you're a true scholar of the Wakiverse, you know exactly who Eliwick Tan is. And the crowd, unfortunately, doesn't seem to have an encore on the way, and they start to disperse and make their way off into the streets again. And Eliwick accepts a few donations, like kind of busking here, and stands up and slings her instrument over her shoulder, and comes walking over. Hey, Brackle.
I druidcraft a frangipani or a plumeria, depending on what part of the country you're in, and I'm like, that was great, and I give it to her, really shaking.
She gives a big sniff of it and then just tucks it in her hair behind her ear, and she says, I'm so glad to see you. Have you been well?
I'm happy. I've been busy. I mean, you know what Justine's like. There's a lot of dead people, and you gotta make sure they get the right way out.
Exactly. Remember what I told you? Busy is best. Busy is best.
Yeah. Busy is best. Haven't sat down in hours.
Today, we're busy enjoying the festival.
Oh, I've actually got work to do. I've got to go pick up a Bastetti.
A Bastetti? Oh, fancy that. And she smiles knowingly. I'll come with you.
Oh yeah? Okay.
And she slings her arm into the crook of your wing. And
Wing's just immediate
yeah. And she's a gnome, so she's about the same. She's actually a little smaller than you, I think. She's short for a gnome as well. Joking, Phantom, don't worry. Yes. Phantom was asking if this is a relation to a certain NPC in the Wakiverse. Yes, Eliwick. Eliwick is Arafor's granddaughter, and enjoyed a short, joyous reunion with GTG Vicky's character in our Spelljammer campaign.
Oh, yay.
Until all memory of Arafor disappeared from the Wakiverse.
Yeah.
Which happened about 30 minutes after they had reunited. And they forgot they were related. And Josh was also to blame for that. Although less so than others. He was the one player who was trying to stop them.
Thank you for
trying. It would have worked too. I could have gotten through with it if I just didn't use spells and get out.
But yes. Hashtag blame Steph. Okay, now. The darkest timeline is real. Also, I guess if we're blaming anyone, we should blame Grim over there in chat, because he did give me the PDF that give me as a present and set that whole line of thought in process.
Anyway,
yes, Rishi was to blame as well. Okay, so my friends.
So Brackle fluffs up feathers, kind of up in an aura, just and if a parrot could blush, it would. But they're doing the eye twitch thing as they're just to try and get a better look as they're walking along down to the docks to pick up Huaymak. Huaymak.
Waymack. Yes,
Right?
Waymack and Hugh. Okay.
Huaymak and...
Speaking
Hey.
of,
You.
let us switch over here. It is a glorious day out in the Bay of Chult.
Two cops, one patrol.
Hugh
and Way.
Hugh and Way. Hugh Way.
Exactly.
You cut to Hugh, and he's wearing like a fake mustache and aviator sunglasses.
Right.
And, like,
It's time to rock.
Cleaning up the mean streets of Port Nyanzaru.
A roughly cut canoe plows through the waves in the Bay of Chult. Not too rough, as it is a nice sheltered piece of water here. And Hugh, you've never seen it like this. There are tons of craft out in the water, all with their full colours blaring and fluttering from the masts. All of the various sails, you know, like in a regatta or in a naval parade,
Yeah.
you know, they show all of the communication flags all at once. They're all flapping in the wind there that's coming in off the coast, and there are more large ships in the bay than you've seen before, as you can start to see the hills and the buildings of Nyanzaru ahead of you. And as I said, the canoe cruises along the coastline, strongly plowing through the waves, and it is being propelled by two very powerful figures. Hugh, in the front of the canoe, who do we see?
so,
You do, we see.
what? So, Hugh is roughly. He is almost he's an 8-foot tall Goliath, and his dark gray skin is mostly covered at this point with like a shroud and hood. His head is fairly bald, so he's trying to protect himself from the sun as best he can. He doesn't have the benefit of the fur that Humac has, or Huaymac has. Humac, see? It's already starting.
Except for the boobs.
Already started. Yes, that is true.
The boob is...
Yeah, the one exposed element of Hugh is,
He's
as
got
we
this
can see on
bizarre tan mark.
Emma's. Yeah, exactly. It's like a slightly
Illuminati.
darker than the rest of his skin. Is his ventilation in his shirt. And he's very simply adorned, other than, he has a pack at his feet, and a sword at his back. And the only other thing that he wears is a large hunting horn that's kind of hanging from his neck. So as he is, thanks to his Goliath strength, without effort, is pushing the canoe through the port and just kind of looking around confusedly, and he says to himself, wow, if I'd have known this was happening, I would have sent word to the portmaster and reserved a spot. It's never this full. And he turns back over his shoulder to say that to Huaymac. It's never this full.
Waymack, you're pretty sure a canoe is going to be okay.
And Hugh knows that,
Yeah.
but he's in the interest that that Huaymac is kind of a client in this interaction. He's trying to be, a little more formal with the amenities that could have been offered. But he kind of turns back to Huaymac and asks him, okay, so it's the sea witch we're looking for, right?
That is the ship the bitch was on. This Captain Oriana who took the light of Ubasti. Hopefully we will find it in this Ortnianzaru.
Well, if you're gonna find a ship, it's gonna be here. A big ship. Anyway, big, right?
Clearly, this is the biggest of the ports. This is nothing like my home, Chikanue. It smells of pink skins and lizard. And he puts a paw over his nose. For those that know such thing, Huemak, the Oath of Ancients, Oath of Ancestors Paladin of Bast, he's very well groomed. His fur is tight and clean. His lacquered bamboo armor is shiny and polished, and he sits with a stillness and a focus that is a little uncommon amongst the cat folk. He also seems to have a deeper purpose about him. For those that are in the know, think Brother of the Cruciform Sword, and you'll know who Waymak is. Says he just pulls the paddle up and he sits back. I don't think the Sea Witch would be able to dock at the Tiriki docks. They are too small. Maybe we should make for there, Hugh.
Yeah, yeah, so it sounds good. You said you were supposed to meet someone here, though, right? We'll check that out first, and...
Yes. It is a apprentice of a friend of my mother's. Their name is Brackle. A word was sent to the church of Bast here. She has contacts. She is to meet us on the docks. Although I must admit, finding her, she is tiny, might be difficult.
Funnily enough, I know Brackle as well. I'm looking for them myself.
All right, go ahead. He just had to, yeah, he knows what he did. So go ahead, Colby. It wasn't you.
Okay, as you come along the shoreline here towards the docks, sorry, Eliwick, get you out the way there. Let's just head over there to the docks. Over there. So you're coming along the coastline here, and there's the cliffs. You know, the cliffs up above you there to the west. Sorry, I hate maps that are rotated.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, up, west is right. Looking at it because up is west.
Yep.
And you are making your way along there. You just far enough out to avoid the rocks that you know are there, and jumbled around the base of the cliffs, but not too far out so it gets too choppy. And you, never mind, OG. You see the ramshackle docks all arrayed there before you, but there's something about the glint of the sun on the water. Mesmerizing. Magical. Random wheel effects.
Here it goes!
Hugh.
Suddenly I feel dizzy.
Hugh, whoops all wisdom.
Hey.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Waymak.
Oh, the hole you seek to fill is in your own heart.
Dun dun dun.
Whoops all strength, Waymak. Enjoy.
Whoa!
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Hugh. Number 2 for Hugh.
Uh-huh.
Opposites day, Hugh. So switch your physical and mental characteristics, please.
Interesting.
But keep the 20 in wisdom.
Okay. Oh.
Well.
And just make a note on some notepaper of that.
Right, yeah.
Roll 20 doesn't have the same temporary
The same thing.
Oh no.
Got it.
McClover.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's okay, McClover. We're in the safety of the city here. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, and second one for Waymak. Coming in at It's only in the wheel once. Also opposites day.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so we switch our strength and our intelligence.
Yeah, the top three and the
The
bottom
physical
three,
and
just switch
mental.
them over.
Got it.
Oh,
Okay.
oh my
Except
goodness.
for your oops all
Rigged!
strength.
Yeah, the strength can stay there, yeah.
Okay. So,
Ship's rigging. Okay.
oh my god.
So, the two of you, yes, Waymack, on this quest to find this stolen artifact. Hugh, hired as a guide. Now, would it be fair to say that Hugh's fairly out of their element here in the city here?
Yeah, I would say that.
Right? Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so the two of you pulled through the last of the stretch there, and onto the nearest of those jetties there, which is not very popular because it's the most outlying one, and you leap out onto the creaking boards and arrive in Nyanzaru. Let's do this one here. Okay. So.
Ooh, I love the atmosphere sounds that get added in.
Yeah, right? Okay. Waymack, I don't think you're as well travelled or haven't been as far afield as other people have. Have you seen dinosaurs before? Because they're not like up in that peninsula where you are so much.
No, but because Waymack, with the fact that his elderly father is the memory for the community, and therefore a very learned Bestetti, Waymack has probably seen parchments and scrolls and tracks with drawings and descriptions and heard stories. So while it would be like, whew, it wouldn't be a completely flat-footed like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's
Right.
just like, oh, it's one of them.
Yeah, you've heard of them, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, the hustle and bustle here on the docks is going on fairly unaffected by all of the festivities that are happening inside there. Although they are equally happy that the tithe of treasure and gold is not necessary anymore. Actually, I think Hugh, like out where your village is, do you see where I put it? There's kind of like there was like a neck in the peninsula there, so it was quite a thin point. I think smaller vessels, and I think maybe your Goliath tribe in the forest there made use of this and helped some more inventive folks with portaging across the land from where you were. Like if you put down like some decent sized tree trunks and stuff, you could have helped them move smaller boats across the peninsula to the open water without having to go via the dragon turtle. It just didn't work for the big marketing ships, the big merchant ships.
Right.
Those are the merchant princes. But people from this dock here, so I think some of them would know you from doing that, and you see a few people kind of like raise a hand in greeting. And Waymack, as you look around, you do indeed see.
Oh yeah, so
That's-
many interesting things.
That's Macaw that you were told to look for. The bird folk that you were told to be in touch with. The apprentice to your mother's friend, and they are accompanied by a gnome. And as they walk towards you, and Brackle, you see who you were described that you should meet.
I look over to Jake.
Is that them? Okay.
And I like.
How do snakes shrug? I'm not sure who's like.
I would like to think it's like the equivalent of like a because it's a flying snake, right? So
Yeah.
I'm imagining the equivalent of like a slightly like Ted tilt, and because of the way I visualize, I imagine Jigu to be like an autumn adder. If you've ever googled that, with like the scales that kind of flicker up in spikes. I imagine like a fluff of almost like scale feathers going. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
And And I'm just like,
All right, that's them. Hello. Is anybody? Are you Sir Master Jillstein's expecting you?
And as they move towards you, and this bird folk calls out to you, the large albino frog that's hopping along beside them leaps up onto the gnome's shoulder, and she kind of like she goes snoot to snoot with it for a moment, closes her eyes, and then nods, and it leaps off into the dock's water, into the salt water of the ocean, and disappears. And Eliwix turns to you.
Is that good for a frog?
Grog will be fine, don't worry.
Okay.
He just has something to do.
Okay.
And
Very, very busy.
he's a very busy frog, it is, yes, very true. Waymack and Hugh.
wait, I just realized it's more like,
Yeah, they're huge compared to you.
Just like, hi.
Yes. You meet on the docks, and you can hear the hubbub of the festival going on in the city behind.
Oh.
Waymack will walk right up, to Brackle, and I kind of picture you just see Brackle looking up, and all you see is like the tops of Waymack's knees,
Yeah.
and he's just looking down, and then he'll just
Oh.
get down on one knee, so he is face to face with them, and like, I am Waymack. This is my companion Hugh. I think you have known him before, Brackle. Yes?
yes, I think from memory, did I help him bomb someone for him?
Yeah, so when Hugh's tribe of Goliaths was separated
Yeah.
and had to take to the forest, they were ill prepared to take care of their dead, so they sought out
Yeah.
Brackle and their master to help.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember you. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, but Brackle, you and Jillstein travelled to Hugh's village. It's
Yes.
on the eastern side of the bay.
Okay. It's like, yes, no, I remember that. I hope you're doing okay.
Fine, thank you. And yourself?
Busy, tired. But it'll be okay. There's a festival on right now, but I was told to get you. I'm not gonna lie, I can't really read Jillstein's handwriting. It's very messy, apparently.
Would Hugh have seen Brackle out of disguise ever before? No? Okay.
Not in Yadzar for sure.
So, yeah, but Brackle, when you visited the village, did you relax into that at all, or did you?
Did they seem to have a history of hunting dinosaurs? That's the biggest. That's the.
I think.
Not.
I mean, the Terrafolk in general are a menace and are
Pretty dang.
everyone's
I would
scared
say
of
that.
them, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that Brackle wouldn't be conscious of whether or not they were what they were when they were asleep, for sure. I would say that, like, if you was even remotely in charge of, like, checking in on how they're doing or waking them up, maybe it's just like, I just gotta take a minute to get ready, and you would have caught it in that moment. If you want to do that, I don't mind.
Yeah, I think he would be. But I think he would have been intuitive enough to know that if you are disguising yourself, there's a reason, and he would have kept it to himself.
Okay.
It was very much like not doing it out of malice, but doing it out of fear. For sure. Like, so if you do know, which I'm totally cool with you knowing, it's Brackle is very much hi, and doesn't is like, are we still good? Do you know? Are you gonna say anything? Am I fucked? Like, that sort of attitude.
Just like, hello again.
No, Hugh would have kept it to himself.
Okay. In that case, Brackle is like more happy to see you if you never did anything with it,
An ally. Yes, but yes, no, oh, I remember you. Is there, so, Jillstein said you needed our assistance, and I come to collect you. They've been overworking like crazy recently, so they've kind of, they're back at the, tries not to indicate bad things about their boss. They are currently in the middle of preparations and reflection right now. So, they're back at the house.
Ah,
Um,
not far, right?
Yeah, it's just a bit of a hike through the festival.
Well, what is this festival celebrating?
So, do you know what a dragon turtle is?
I have read the stories and have heard the legends.
So there was one that was like apparently real mean, and just couldn't make it that we couldn't like the port couldn't do trade with anybody. Like it was very difficult. Yep.
Sorry, bro. I'd say Waymack and Hugh,
I heard
like, from where your villages are, you could have seen it, like if it came up in the mouth
Oh.
of the bay, because it's not
Yeah.
that far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, so you are celebrating the victory over the great world.
I'll say yes, and not say that we're happy that it's gone and we don't know if it's coming back. Yeah.
Waymack looks towards the city and the festival, and then he nods. He's like, "It is a good enough reason."
Yes. Probably.
Well, you should probably
mean-
lead us to our lodgings, little one.
Right. Lodgings.
Now,
I
Brickle,
turn-
you know, Turiki Anchorage here.
Yeah.
This district east of the city is populated by animal trainers, riverfolk, explorers who need inexpensive lodging, and other rough and tumble sorts, quote unquote.
A loathsome hive
how-
of scum and villainy.
Yep.
It's like, are you, how fancy lodging did you want?
Hugh is
I-
actively
Yeah.
dirty. Like he is.
Oh.
It's been
Okay.
a long morning, so
Okay.
I would.
In that case,
nothing particularly fancy.
Yeah, and then in that case, like, Brackle will attempt to take them if we're heading.
oh, it's like, this is my friend Tanner performing for the festival. By the way, sorry.
Pleasure.
Uh,
Greatest bard in all the multiverse.
apparently.
Currently.
Well, I think you're a racist, but Jillstein always says apparently at the end, so
Justinine's a
gotta make
sour
sure.
old bastard.
Yeah, but they do their best.
As Eliwick says that, she says it as he was extending a hand down to shake, and as she says it, his head kind of. You say so.
And she
Yeah.
shakes your hands
Waymack's
very
behind your
slowly.
shoulder, kind of scratching his head like, humble. So humble.
Oh no, she's the humble folk.
Humble fuck?
Good of hearing. Like looking at his claws.
Excellent. You have to have a good. What did you say last time? It's like you have to have a good sense of pitch, no matter how far, or something like that.
Indeed. You listen?
Yeah.
Well done, Brackley. Now, I do hope you're not in too much of a rush to miss out on all of the fun that's happening in this town.
Hugh is gonna look. How tall is Waymack?
5'10", 9
Okay.
stone.
So he's gonna
Nice.
look down at
Early.
Waymack. And I had to be sure. And
Look,
I'm not in a terrible rush, but I know you may, so
Oh,
Ruth, if we do not find Captain Oriana, it will take us some time to determine our next course of action to find the light of Ubasti. So no. Besides, it looks as though there are some good games at the festival.
Also, if you have time later, I was told by Auntie Clara to bring you over to the temple
And
at some point.
Waymack, you know that she must be referring to the Basteti temple that your mother visited.
Yeah. Then you should take me there directly. I would not wish to be remiss on my duties.
Okay. He also told me.
It's like Brackle conflicting information. Was told to enjoy the festival. Was told to bring people. It's like, how do I juggle all these lines?
So, it's okay.
Eliwick.
Now we have a list.
Okay. I can do lists.
Eliwick was like,
Is your handwriting better?
Yes.
Waymack, if you need to get rid of a hairball, it's okay. Don't stand on ceremony. And
Hugh stifles a laugh.
Then just turns, and
you
just
hear from the south
stares.
gates, like way across the city. Sorry. So, Eliwick looks at you, Waymack at you, and says, "So you are searching for someone? Something?" I'm merely a visitor myself. Brackle is the wealth of local knowledge, but
Just like shaking her head.
she like ruffles
Yeah,
your,
continue.
she ruffles your feathers. So
As
that's
the
not
ruffles
true.
of thing.
And little kind of like meta knowledge here for you know as players, Charlie and Colby, like Eliwick's hands do like go into the feathers and are amongst the feathers. It is not an illusion,
All right.
Yeah.
or it's a very very good one.
Okay.
Yes, pure psychic energy controlling each individual strand.
They got them.
I say.
They got them Pixar hair physics.
Man, technology is getting great.
And you, she ruffles your feathers, Brackle. And she's like, don't put yourself down. It's not true. Come on. You know way more than me about Nyanzaru.
I mean, I live here.
There you go.
And dead people in mourning tend to say a lot of gossip. Like a lot of gossip.
Now, anything you're looking for, anyone you're looking for, I'm sure they're here. And you just need to meet the right folks. You know, get yourselves out there. You know, do some stuff around town. And maybe you'll be able to catch yourself an introduction to one of the merchant princes.
Yeah, they're like the richest people in town. They basically control the whole thing.
That's the way it works. And Waymack, you know, with your historian roots here,
Yeah.
that there were all of these ancient empires in Chult that were always warring and fighting amongst themselves until an unprecedented event happened. The principal god of Chult, Uptao,
Yeah.
got sick of everyone and left.
Yep. Just didn't want to.
Got sick of them all fighting each other and just left. And after a while, the different peoples managed to reconcile their differences and banded together and created Nyanzaru and the mercantile organization that is now.
Okay.
And they got rid of the old kingdoms. But there are lots of rumors abound about the fabulous ruins of those old kingdoms. And I'd say
Well, those
Waymack,
are of particular interest to Waymack as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd say, Waymack, you've even heard that there are even rumors that there are descendants of one of the royal lines still existing somewhere in Chult.
I think that is a myth. Must be a myth. So, a merchant prince, you say, Madam
Yeah.
Tan?
If you're lucky, yes.
If you're lucky. They're
I'd-
really fancy.
I'd give you introductions. I, of course, have played in all of their palaces, much sought after at their various events, especially in a festival like this. But
She's really cool.
let's just say I want the festival to go on. I want Chultz to continue being verdant and lively and full of all the wild things that it is. And I have another song to sing. Record darling,
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure you found these two wonderful gentlemen, and I'm afraid I must away to another performance.
That's all right. Thank you so much for spending your time on me.
My pleasure.
I think you guys watch as like I'm so used to Corey. I think you watch as like Brackle kind of like in their like with their feathered arms, like they just twist their wrists and a couple more flowers for their hair to help decorate. If you need to not get any of the dino dung smell around, it's pretty bad right now. If you keep it near your nose, it'll stop you from passing out.
Now, as the three of you say goodbye to Elric Tan, let us travel elsewhere.
Dun dun. So excited.
Far away from Port Nyanzaru, in the jungles of Chult, in an undisclosed location, there is a dungeon, labyrinthine and deadly in all of the traps and dangers that lie within. In the depths of said dungeon, there is a cave filled with magma, the orange glow of which illuminates a terrifying scene. A skull-visaged, tall figure, cackling with glee at the completion of his goals, stands on one of the rocky outcrops, and a large, larval-type, disgusting figure floats in the space nearby as a contraption awaits completion. Waku, you have arrived. Your patron, the Lich Acerarak, stands before you as you have delivered his phylactery, safe and sound. Those pesky adventurers, that pesky, meddlesome... What was his name? Acerarak used to curse his name all the time, but it's difficult to remember these days. A group of adventurers, nonetheless, was sent to transport the phylactery away, tuck it away beyond the mists of Ravenloft. Scarlet.
Me?
You were in that one shot.
Me?
But they did not realize they were transporting an empty chest because a little kobold had travelled far and wide, answering the call, the whispers of his master from the frozen north, leaving behind Velen Harpu, who was off doing other things, which I'm sure are fine, and travelling
That's
all the way
fine.
down the Sword Coast. And in their wanderings, seemingly random wanderings here and there, they had discovered the shiniest of things, a beautiful looking staff with a gorgeous crystal embedded in the twisted, thorny casing at the top of it, tucked away in a box as if no one was going to use it. The box that was to be transported to Ravenloft, and the phylactery tucked away from Acerarak's access. You stole that phylactery before it was transported without said forgotten gnome realizing, and he sent the adventurers off to the mountains to meet up with a certain rock earth elemental who sounds just like a certain Mr. Watiti, and
Oh, you were...
oh, the revolution, yeah, let's go going.
Yeah.
And that is tucked away safely in Barovia, although, as we said, it is woefully empty. Not that they know
Of course
that. Now, Waku, with his new shiny staff and ultimate power at his fingertips, was on his journey to become a full-fledged dragon. He travelled, drawn by the call of a great worm, and found himself on the snout of Omgar with other adventurers, battling against evildoers and increasing his power, increasing his horde, little by little, and during his adventures was gifted with a pair of wings, resplendent and useless. Although you can glide.
It's a step
What?
towards recognition of my true power.
Oh no!
It's a journey. And after the tumultuous events on the snout of Omgar, everyone do check out the VODs on YouTube if you want to see that mini campaign. It was great. What was my tree called? The tree thing I did with the strange snap camera filter.
I forgot.
Yeah, me too. That's 2 years ago now, isn't it?
It was
That's
good.
snap camera thing.
2 years ago. Oh my
Long
god.
time ago. Anyway,
Time be flying.
yes, this campaign has been long in the making. And you were quick to leave as your master was calling you with the promise of riches and rewards onto the mainland. And as the dragon turtle rose, erupting from the waves with his colony of turtles on his back, all going, yeah. Actually, I think I can't remember. Did we make them all sound like Crash from Finding Nemo? I can't remember. Anyway.
I think
I
they all
like
spoke.
that.
They all spoke
If-
pretty slowly. I
Yeah.
think, but they definitely
Sup,
weren't surfer
dude?
bros.
Yes, and they caught a wicked wave on that one. But you quickly made your way across to the mainland and travelling through the jungles, guided forever onward by your master, and unaccosted by the evil undead and the folks in the jungle there, due to your protection of your important mission. You arrived in that dungeon and reluctantly surrender the staff to Azerarak, and cackling, he says, yes, now we can complete the Soulmonger and my phylactery and our little project here. He gestures at this hideous larval form, can come to power. It just needs the proper incantations and yes. And then almost nonchalantly he's like, you are, and he a sack of something heavy and clinking in a rather enticing manner just appears in your paws there, in your claws, Waku. It feels like a sack of hoard-worthy treasures. He's like,
Oh.
stop distracting me. Get far from this place and never return. And he casts, and behind you, as some of your spirit, 2 or 3 levels worth, are siphoned off you into the Soulmonger with your staff, and a dark portal yawns behind you. Eldritch tentacles of energy reaching out to grasp you, pull you in, and you find yourself hurtling through an impossible inky darkness with little pinpricks of light, with none of the comforts of starlight, cold, hard, just sources of illumination staring at you, observing your plight as you are hurtled through this place between the planes. And then the strangest thing happens. With a soft pop and a slight splash of water, an albino frog appears next to you and licks its eyeball.
What? And I'm still in
Just
the
hurtling through, yeah, like you're just in engaged warp or something.
Okay, I'm holding the bag of
Yep, so
horde
that-
worthy. Hello. I kind of hate this, but I feel like I would be very rude if I didn't acknowledge your existence. Hello, frog.
It extends a webbed foot.
Hug it closer so that I have more room to grab with my hand and touch its foot.
Yeah. And it looks at you and it seems to smile and goes. And with another soft pop, you are suddenly accosted by the lack of ability to breathe as you find yourself underwater, surrounded by the ocean waters of the Bay of Chot, the sunlight glistening up above, but you sinking faster, hurtling towards the ocean bed with this heavy bag of treasure.
Waku is like, I don't know which is worse, but it comes out as
Oh.
he's gonna like try to swim up with his treasure.
It is too heavy.
Oh God, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. How deep is it?
In the bay here, it's a good 50 feet deep.
God, we're gonna have to come back for this.
The frog kind of looks at you expectantly and like down
I
at the
won't
bag
forget-
and then up at you
I
again.
won't forget you, treasure.
I'll
Uh,
never forget you.
Yeah, he has to let go of the treasure or he's gonna die. He's so
You're the wealth of my
sad.
life.
As the sack of glittering hoard treasure sinks down into the gloomy depths below, you start to swim up, and you see another figure swimming towards you. A gnome, her hair out of the ponytail and sort of wafting around her, and she's like, there you are, Glook. Thank
Oh God, she's after my treasure. I just lost it.
And she said, no, Waku, Waku. And she can speak fine under the water. You can hear her just fine. As if she's, like, telepathically in your mind. It's quite alright, Waku. And don't worry, it will stay down there safe and sound. And you will have the chance to get it back. I promise.
That is a good spot to hide it. Okay, then.
But there's more where that came from, Waku.
Huh? What?
On the docks. On the docks. Adventurous. Go with them.
He's gone. He's already. The wings are flapping to try to get some extra speed.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
work-
helping
they-
at
they-
all.
They work as fins to an extent. And you start powering up through the water towards the glittering surface, the fracture, the fractals kind of sunlight up above there, and Eliwick shakes her head to Groku, Grok, and says, "Well, that was the easiest sell I've ever had. Okay, now."
I just have a feeling standing up on the shoreline, Hugh, Waymack, and Brackle, they all look out at the water at the same time, and one of them's like, what the hell is wrong with that albatross?
And Eliwick turns to Grok and says, "Okay, whew, that's them on the way. Now, let's go make sure they have a planet to save. Come on, the Xerixian Navy is in position." And
Oh my
she
god.
summons over, and a large fish, somewhat out of place swimming here in the ocean, as it is used to swimming in wild space, comes over to her.
Yes.
She clambers on its back, and they get a safe distance out into the bay before they burst from the water and up into the sky. And everyone, join us next month as we begin The Light of Xeraxis with our new
Yes.
spelljamming crew. And also erupting from the water, Waku, you burst from the glistening waters. Waymack, Hugh, Brackle, you see a cobalt quickly drowning. What do you do?
Hugh,
I got swim.
very quickly, Hugh looks left, looks right, sees no one doing anything, and jumps in the water.
Okay. Oh, timely character out there with the those
Phew.
rippling muscles on full view, You dive majestically.
Baywatch style. Let's go.
He's like, where did this red flotation device come from? It's like slow motion running down.
Do
the
do
dock.
do do.
And yes, perfect dive into the water. Waku, this magnificent vision of a figure leaps from the rickety dock towards you, and as you're overwhelmed by everything that's happened, all of this sensation, all of this emotion, all of these feelings, that lost treasure, your patron there in front of your very eyes. A certain wash of magical energy comes over you. Let me spin the wheel.
There it is.
What's it gonna be?
Good question.
No.
Oops, all constitution. You
Oops,
suddenly
all
feel
At least you'll
find the
hold your
ability to
breath for
breathe
death.
water for longer. Yeah. Sorry, man.
Yeah,
Dang.
For longer.
I will not fail my treasure. I'm going back down there.
Actually, yeah, let's embrace that. With that Whip Soul Con, you have the ability to get that now. And okay, excellent. Josh, do you have Twitch open?
Sorry, I don't. I
Okay, well,
got
actually,
like 3 ads and I closed it.
on Roll20 then. On Roll20.
Yeah.
Can you do /R space 1d28?
For
10.
context,
10. Thank you. Sorry, Brackle.
have any of us seen a kobold before?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of them kicking around. Yeah.
Okay. Does Brackle know what a kobold is?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Never mind. That goes that plan.
I mean, if you want, if you want to be willfully ignorant, that is fine.
No, because I think like Brackle's first instinct is like, oh no, this is another dinosaur person, and people don't like those. Must defend.
I am quite distinct. I am a dragon person.
It's true.
Brackle doesn't know that. You
Nor
have
can I say it, 'cause I'm
wing
diving
things.
back down for my treasure.
Dude, you just rolled a random companion, which is what the wheel will give you on the second spin, and it's a creature from Tomb of Annihilation.
Hey!
Oh, sugar stitches. Wait.
Perfect. Okay, so Waku, as you dive down into the depths, we see a rival. As you plunge through the waves, Hugh, this figure that you were trying to save, just took a
Went
big
back
gulp
down.
of air and disappeared. suddenly feeling much stronger than they did before.
Much
And-
more able to breathe. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Or hold your breath. And as you power through the waters there, looking for that sack at the bottom, the glinting treasure within, you see another figure lying down. As all as you are aware, I'm afraid, the mythical beasts that are sea monkeys.
What the?
No.
But this is Tomb of Annihilation. So there are things in this world, in this jungle peninsula, known as flying monkeys, and their wings
Yep.
also double up as fins. And you see a flying monkey propelling itself down towards the ocean bed, much as you are. And you turn, and you kind of scowl at it. You're like, "Not on my watch!" And you both are racing towards it. Please make me an athletics check.
Oh, it's gonna not be great.
Don't worry, a flying monkey is probably not much better.
This is the first roll.
Yep. You have a crystal.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, I'm probably gonna use it too. Let's see what happens. I am gonna use it.
First roll of the campaign. Very important roll, everyone.
First roll of the campaign has already been a crystal need.
It's the same number,
No.
which is 4.
You use the crystal?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
No.
So here's my little dude. What's his strength is -1. Let's go. Little flying monkey. Actually, we know it now. I can do it in chat. Okay, so rolling in chat. D20 -1. I need to beat a 4, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exclamation mark. Roll D20. 19.
Oh my god.
This monkey wants your treasure.
I can see that. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to post mage hand.
That's fine.
Hey, thanks for the follow. By the way, guys, we're over 1,900 followers now. Yay!
I'm so close
Oh,
to 2K.
yeah.
Yay.
Okay, yeah, big shout out to Doomfruit Art. Everyone do check them out. They were awesome and sent lots of their community our way when we were hanging out in their chat the other day. Okay, rocket shuttle over. We were 5 off, and then a bunch of them all jumped in at once. It was great. And thank you, LaTrot too, taking us onwards towards 2K. Woot woot. Jurassic World loving this. Good. Yeah, it is beautiful art, eh? Emma City art. Awesome character art. Oh,
Was
that's
it
the wrong
Doomfruit
command.
art?
Ignore that.
Oh wow.
Doomfruit art. Yeah, and I'll do a
That
shout
is
out
nice.
to them. What would
That
it
is
be?
some nice stuff. That line work. Oof, yum. Texture.
Here's their channel.
I love
everyone.
how
they have a cool,
their
really cool
banner-
channel and hang out there, and you can request music and stuff.
Their banner looks like it's from Tomb of Annihilation.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay, so let me quickly share this with you because it's spectacular. This is what's powering ahead of you, Waku, beating you in this swimming race.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh my
It's
god.
got a little
Oh
leopard
my
tail.
God.
It's,
Got a
oh my
little leopard tail.
How heavy?
Oh, yeah,
How
yeah.
heavy is the bag?
We shall see. Hey, lords and ladies of fate, coming in with the raiding party. Good to see you, lords and
Mwah.
ladies. Hope you had a fantastic session yourself. We are on session 1 of Tomb of Annihilation, and at the moment, a flying monkey is racing our kobold through the water to reclaim some lost treasure. Hey, thanks for the follow. And everyone jump in the giveaway. Fanta, you're a screw. And as this flying monkey propels itself through the water, and monkeys can swim. There are monkeys here in Japan that wash their vegetables in the ocean to get the salt on
Yep.
it.
Yep.
And
To make it tastier.
I saw a fascinating show about it when I was in Korea. Strangely, I was in South Korea, and there was this documentary about Japanese monkeys, and they were just regular monkeys that they liked to get the salt on their food, so they washed it in the ocean, and then they lost a couple of them, and they got washed out, and they started swimming out to get them, and they learned how to swim.
Huh.
It's so cool.
As you
There
do.
go. Yeah. It's all about the food. Welcome in, lords and ladies of fate. Hope you're doing well. So yes, this flying monkey, who is also an adept swimmer, woefully leaving Waku behind as they go powering through the water, and you see them scoop up the bag of treasure, which is down there at the bottom where you dropped it, Waku, and they start swimming back up towards you, Waku. As the Wheel of Shenanigans did give you a random animal companion, and
Not the enemy.
they wrap their little leopard-like tail around you and continue powering past you with that very good athletics check, and just take you up towards the surface again. And Hugh, you see Waku emerge from the water with a winged monkey, which just leaves him behind on the surface and erupts out of the water and then just flaps its wings vigorously to shake all the water off. And it's just like...
Did the monkey appear above the water?
Yes, it's it's
Okay.
flown up into the air above the water now. And it's
Well,
just
I
shaking
mean,
all the water.
originally. So, like, did
no.
Hugh see it dive? Okay, so now
No.
he's
The
even more
strange,
confused.
the strange twistings and machinations of shenanigans made it appear in the water below. It was a sea monkey. Sea monkey.
Waku,
So-
you know. You said the monkey helps me swim up,
Yeah, and then leaves you on the surface there.
erupts from the water, is like, treasure, treasure.
And Hugh will look back at Waymack and Brackle on the shore and just kind of like pick up
Just
Waku and the bag of treasure that Waku is holding and start propelling them towards the dock.
Okay. You head on over again to the sides there, and I think Brackle,
Yeah.
Jigu quickly flies up and starts playing with the monkey.
Alright, and seeing that the monkey means no harm and that this individual is like Brackle doesn't realize that they're a kobold and immediately freaks out and takes off the cloak that they've had on and like runs up and like immediately puts it over them as if to dry them off, but is trying to cover them up.
It's just like, they don't like throwing enough people around. Be careful.
What?
They don't like throwing people. Wait, hang on, you're a kobold. Oh, like,
No,
You're not?
I'm a temporarily displaced dragon.
Oh, okay. So, like, well, the lost dragon that was here, they really didn't like. In fact, they're celebrating the dragon not being here. And so, if you don't want to get beaten up or have rocks thrown at you,
But that was me. I did that.
You were a turtle?
The turtle. That's my treasure. The monkey's got my treasure.
What monkey?
Hugh,
Oh.
Hugh will like hold a hand under where the monkey is. How big is Waku?
Like 3 feet maybe.
Okay.
But the same height.
And so the bag of treasure is about the same
Two
size.
smallest, two
or-
toys.
Yeah. Okay.
Aragorn and Boromir with, Merry and Pippin. It's great.
So
Okay.
Hugh is just kind of putting his hand under where the monkey's flying to like try to grab it.
It, like, takes a and like beats its wings and flies out of reach.
You. Be careful when you reach out with an empty paw beneath a flying monkey. You don't know what it will get filled with.
Hugh Hugh does not laugh. He knows it's funny, but he doesn't laugh. And mostly because it's happened to him more than once. And, he'll ask, so who are you then? Do you have a name?
Yes, you may call me Waku the Great and Powerful Necromancer.
As like you're saying that, Brackle is still trying to like both dry you off and like keep you hidden. And then at the word necromancer, it's like, hey, you make my job difficult. Do you know how much work it is? Putting someone in the ground?
Do you have any idea how difficult it is to prevent people from being put in the ground in the first place? Like, our jobs are
I only do the cleanup jury.
It's antagonistic. You try to stop. You try to put
Waymack
people
is
in the
standing
ground.
in the background, pinching the bridge of his nose and just like, Mama told me not to come.
It's just like it takes a long time to dry someone out. Like a
What-
long time.
Have you ever seen a zombie that get kind of air dry, right? So like,
I'll be honest with you. No, I don't think I've seen it. Well, no, I've heard them.
I've seen one
and
recently. Well, I
Oh,
guess
yeah?
I guess yeah, he was not great, and I guess he wasn't a zombie. He was more of a lich, and like that was kind of weird. And
A lich?
I was kind of
What's a
disappointed.
lich?
He gave me the gold, which the monkey
What's a
still got.
lich?
Yeah.
What's a lich?
Yeah.
So Hoymac's ears perk up, and Hugh definitely like raises an eyebrow.
Right? Yeah, not looking at Brackle and Waku, but the ears of both just like are pivoted right towards that conversation. But he's just like looking off at the festival.
Shortest appearance
you
on Phoenix UK campaign ever. Just killed. Waku just gets killed on the docks.
Hang on. Whoa, hold up. What's a lich? And so you're not a
God.
dinosaur person, so you shouldn't be. You should be okay, probably, as they like kind of pull off the cloak.
Yeah, more like a dragon person.
Dragon person. Dragon
Right.
people are okay here. They don't. I don't think they like snaky people. It's a weird mix.
Hugh, you know the dinosaur pens are just in the top left of the anchorage there. If you want to go and feed him to them. Yeah, waste not, one not.
Wait. Oh, sorry. My name's Brackle, by the way.
Oh, like I said, I'm Waku the Great and Powerful
Do I have to say the whole thing every time?
Preferable, but it's not necessarily required.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Wakuza.
Yeah, that works.
Split the difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Waku. So Waku. Sorry. Sorry. Um, did you need logic? Wait, are you here? Is he with you? It's turning to you.
I should say not. But you know, Waku, in the interest of expedience, is the monkey with you?
Are you with me?
The monkey kind of hoots and swoops down with the treasure and drops it in your claws, Waku, and
He's with me. He's my best friend.
perches on your shoulder. Its wings like up behind it, like a kind of like a griffin, and its like
I
tail
love.
curled around your shoulder.
I think Jigu probably does the same on the opposite. It's just like, you want to go? Huh? Huh?
Just like, calm down. They seem nice, I think.
Well,
I don't understand.
In the background, you see Waymack with one of his blades out, and he's like looking in his eyes and looking at his tongue to see if he's feverish. He's like, he keeps looking over his shoulder, like, what the hell? Am I sick?
Well, like I said, I just I'm kind of confused myself. A lot has happened in the past 10 minutes.
I should say so.
You had
Has
like 90
anything happened
minutes of
with-
nothing and then 10 minutes of everything.
So very quickly, is there anything happening with the 44 I rolled for that wild magic surge yet, or is that something happening later?
I was going to wait until initiative was rolled, but let's see if it's.
Oh no, it's okay. I just wanted to double check.
No, it's all good. Which table did we go for?
Warlock.
Thank you.
Sorry in advance.
It's okay. We're going to go Warlock here. We have tables for every class, thanks to this fabulous product here. And you said 44?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I wish I checked that. I wish I checked that before. Brackle, as you're kind of talking and introducing yourself and talking with this new kobold, Waku, and you're talking to Brackle here and focused on her. You suddenly see her kind of cheeks bulge and she just stops talking. Brackle, a deviled egg appears in your mouth and you cannot speak until you spend an action chewing and swallowing it.
Yeah, I'll chew and swallow. Just like,
You take it as a sign from your patron that. You said too much. It's not a deviled egg; it's a celestial egg.
All right, as I'm chewing it, I'm like, could use mustard, but and goes like, okay,
Free food.
Well, it
not gonna
seems
complain about that.
our bird friend here is you still got your disguise on, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
It seems our bird friend here is hungry. So
Yeah.
who are you? Big guy who jumped in the water.
Oh, Hugh, that's rude of me. I apologize. And he's gonna extend a hand down to Waku to shake.
Holding treasure with one hand, shake with the other.
Yeah, certainly. So let's backtrack a minute. You were involved in the dragon turtle's disappearance?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was looking for more treasure. We were on the island that was the dragon turtle. And there were some evil elemental things, and I was with my friend. He's a paladin. He's pretty cool. He likes Bastet. And we went around and we killed the evil elemental guys. And then after we did that, the dragon turtle thing, very cool. I liked him a lot. But he went away after we did that.
Yeah, and Hugh, that's been the talk, like not just in Nyanzaru, like all around the Bay of Chult. Everyone's been talking about that.
Oh, okay, that tracks. How did you get here?
Well, after that, I had stolen a lich's a, a staff evil thing, and
It's
he
a
was like,
lich.
hey man, bring it to me, and I'll give you some treasures. So I brought it to him, and
No
then he,
filter. No filter at all.
It's like Brackle just like looks up at
How
Jiggin
have you
and
not
turns
been
around to
lynched?
look at like a little bit back.
Waku is. Yeah, the trick is to be so endearing that you don't have to be cunning.
And also to stay away from any built-up areas. Just be in the
Right.
wilds all the time.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Scarlett, you're saying?
There's
Yeah.
not the treasure
No,
to
it's
be
like-
had in the cities is like in the
Mhm.
bank, and that's a lot of work.
Yes, it's a lot of work.
But what is a
as-
bank
as-
but if not a dungeon?
Exactly. It's just sort of more things. Multiple dragons, depending on what campaign you're in. Brackle is turned at this point as they're conversing because she's heard the word lich. Sorry, they've heard the word lich like multiple times by this point, and they turn to like Waymack and goes,
What's a lich? Is it like a disease? Or like itchy? Or like need point? Or is it like a banker?
Okay, just... Similarities.
The lich is hunger, completely unsatisfied, even beyond death. The lich is.
Was that a dinosaur? Wait a minute, I was going to say.
Is it taxes? That's what Jillstein says.
Lich is as sure as taxes, but I get the joke.
No, Brackle, he said taxis were a bitch.
Oh. That makes more sense. Justin uses a lot of words I've never heard of.
He doesn't explain them.
So
Does this lich have a name?
Just
They've never shared it with you, Waku. You just took the power and ran.
Steve,
um,
Steve the lich.
yes, he does.
Oh.
I think he has a name. I'm not
Okay.
entirely sure. He's never said it. And
Sure.
like usually when people don't say their name, they're not saying their name for a reason. And I didn't want to be like rude or anything, so I just didn't ask.
Right.
Sorry, I asked you for your name. That was probably rude.
No, I should have offered it in the first place, but
Oh, and anyway, yeah, he took the staff and made an evil device that tried to suck my soul out and sent me through a portal. Now I'm here.
whoa,
Uh,
you don't say. Okay, all right, a lot of things going on here.
I
Yeah.
would like to insight check this, please. Mainly because I don't understand it.
You can. Waku does not also does not understand it.
yeah. No, that's fine. That's exactly what I'm going for. In my head, like right now.
Do you even need to roll? Because like, even if you pass or if you fail, looks to see
yeah,
it's going to seem real.
If it's low, she could believe that I'm lying.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, in gonna go do the brain. I'm gonna stare deeply into your eyes, and I need to turn that off. Oh, it's the same roll for both anyway by accident. It's a 15, and I'm like, that sounds like you might need the happy juice that Jillstein drinks.
Happy juice. It's a coffee.
I'm not allowed to have it. Last time I had it, I almost passed out.
I thought I needed like therapy, but like happy juice works too.
Yeah, for some people it's the same thing. So
Oh no.
Waku, you kind of intruded on a plan. We have a list now. So I mean,
Oh
you're
yeah.
certainly free to
Festival.
accompany us. I don't see why not.
Lodgings.
We've got a and he kind of like looks at Waymack. It's a temple. that we're heading towards first?
You seem to be in charge now, inviting strangers into our party. So, you tell me, Hugh. Yes.
Now,
to the
Waymack, a
temple.
couple of things did click with you. Like, you did mention having a friend who follows Bast.
Oh, yeah.
good
Oh, wait.
sign.
Sorry, you're right. Taking it back. 'Cause I'm
And-
still fixated on the whole lich.
And
thing.
claims to be a powerful spellcaster, which would be useful.
True. His companion, as he gets down on one knee, still giving Hugh a dirty look, like, who hired who, man? I know we're buds, but who hired who? Granted, it's on an IOU, but hey, it's my IOU. Come on, dude, hey. But he
Consider
gets
him
down-
a
Did you
new
promise
client.
exposure?
No.
Oh, no.
You did.
Oh, just like put a shirt on.
Whoa.
I am not paying enough for you to put on a shirt. Waku, great and powerful.
That's me.
This paladin of Bast that was your companion. What was his name?
Shadow.
I was like, I knew it started with Shah. His name was Shadov. Nice guy. Dark elf. Didn't hate the sun.
Apparently from these jungles in Chult.
Apparently from these jungles in Shul.
Yes, all right. I have heard of him. He.
Get used to that, Scarlet.
I love
He
it.
does it all the time. First one for
I
this
love
guy.
it. Love it.
He is known to me. Why were you a companion of a lich?
No, you misunderstand. I was not the companion of a lich. I was using him to get treasure.
No. You were liberating artifacts for your people.
Yeah, these ones.
Eyebrow goes up.
These ones right here. He
Perhaps
hasn't even.
you will
He's not even looked in the bag yet. He doesn't
He
even.
just
Perhaps
knows
you will
it's
show
heavy
me
and clinks.
sometime. Yeah, now Waymack is like, oh, hold on. Some of that might belong in a museum. So, yes, let us go to the temple and at least see if we can find beds for the night or a meal before we go and tour this festival.
I mean, there's festival food. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. I can smell the meat on sticks.
I hear your stomach, little Brackle. How long has it been since you have eaten?
Well, there was the.
Thinks about whether or not they should mention the egg.
Well, no. I don't eat very often.
Yeah, listen, if you got to think about it, then it's been too long.
Yeah, Waymack looks at Hugh and nods, pats his nose, and kind of does the look like, see if we can smell a food cart.
Okay. Out here, you can only smell the dinosaur pens and the docks. So you start making
And
your
it
way.
smells like crap.
Let's go back over to the Roll20 thing here. So you start making your way. Oh, Scrappy! Hey, how you doing? Thank you for all those. I see more spins.
Hey,
Oh,
Scrappy the
no.
Goblin, thank you so much, my
We
friend.
just started.
can I get an opposite day?
I mean, if it comes up, it would be switched back.
It
That's fair.
counteracts your original opposite
Yeah,
day. It's like
yeah.
a coin flip. I like it.
Thank you, Scrappy. I assume that's one each. Oh, by the way, we didn't. Those were 5 gifted subs every time, so we forgot to do my spins. So I have 3 now.
Yep.
Yeah, way to leave it till the last half hour, John. We see how you.
Last half hour, last minute. We are about to be done, my friend.
Oh, we are? What? No, more stuff. More Tomb of Annihilation.
Just a moment. Just a
We
moment.
only just met.
I have more
Annihilate.
Good
things
to see
at
you,
best
Scrappy.
that I want to. What?
Okay, so
We're so
let's-
used to Witchlight rules.
let us
Yeah,
spin.
yeah. Just babble on. It is all good.
Yeah, sorry.
I think it must die.
My work schedule is not the same as it was on Fridays as it is on Mondays.
Alrighty.
But
Fine.
let us do these spins here. Young Brackle, our little Terrafolk Druid Warlock,
Hi.
coming at you. Growl, growl.
That's my
is
stomach.
Another wild magic surge. Yes.
Oh gosh. This time the druid table.
Gotcha. Now, whilst you're rolling that,
Okay.
Waku.
It's a 68.
Okay, 2 seconds. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Coming in with a wild magic surge.
Oh, good God.
Nice.
Hugh.
Wild magic surge.
Come on now.
Love it.
Oh.
If necessary, we will.
What we got?
Whoops! All dexterity.
Oh.
Enjoy.
You're good at just a powerhouse.
The various festival games, and that will be dexterity, not the opposite.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's all scrappy. We love it. Embrace it. And
No.
Hugh.
You mean
That's
Waymack?
who's Waymax
Oh, that was
coming in
you.
with
Yeah, Waymack. All right, cool. Fingers crossed.
an advantage crystal. Double
Hey!
good prize
Hey!
there.
All right, hey, I'll take that.
You
Yeah.
can take
Good
Waku's
job.
because he doesn't have one on the screen.
Okay.
Steal the Cobalt's treasure.
Oh God! Joining this group was the worst mistake I've ever made. Treasure.
Wait until tomorrow.
3 for me.
Oh,
Wait,
boy.
I thought you were about to say 3 advantage crystals, and I was going to be like, eh.
No, I was just the one, but that'll do. Oops, all strength. Okay, we got to strunk someone or other.
Uh-oh.
It's the
gonna make-
dinosaur. We're
It's gonna make
screwed.
frictionless dance thing more interesting. Oops, all intelligence. So brain
Oh,
and
no.
bronze. Brains and bronze.
Again, oh no, they're hot!
I didn't say charisma. And grower size.
Oh,
Excellent.
God.
Okay, so let me quickly put those down. Okay, so smart Timbo apparently. Okay, so as we return to the docks here, so yes, the 4 of you with your flying snake and flying monkey start making your way towards the gate out of the anchorage and back into the city proper.
I think anytime one of these dinosaurs passes by, I don't know if Waku's the same, but like Brackle definitely is like it gets jolted by the gravity impact of the stomp, and is like bounces every single time and they're used to it at this point, so it's like tough.
Love it. Love it.
Wonku is more concerned about the clanking that the treasure makes every time.
Fair.
Oh, do you want to borrow my cloak? If it makes... Wait, what? I don't even know what it is. Do you need to borrow my cloak?
No,
Okay.
it's in a bag. It's fine. I just don't like the.
Clinky?
Clever girl.
Think, think, think.
Hey, okay, so you are making your way through back towards the jaws of Mala, yes, to go out to the temple.
I believe so.
It is a short journey, as you can see there. So you go through the gates and then turn to the
Like,
southwest. Does the mental calculations there?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, northwest as we're looking at it. But yes, you start making your way up that long boulevard there. Hugh, you've never seen Nyanzaru like this. Waymack and Waku, I think your first visit, Waymack? Yep. So both of you, yeah, this is what you expected from the large city, but it is perhaps even more rambunctious and lively
Oh,
than
what's the
usual.
tail?
And there's a huge echo suddenly on yours, Scarlet. What's that from?
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
that better now?
Yes.
There we go.
That's because I was using that echo when I was playing something possessing
Gotcha.
an NPC the other day for the
Hotkeys.
Patreon game. Yes,
Gotcha,
hotkeys.
Yeah, I when we were doing Candlekeep Mysteries, I suddenly got the snap filter of a giant eyeball instead of my head. For the same reason. Okay, so you make your way in, and it seems there's some sort of parade coming by as part of the festival. There is a giant wickerwork. There's a giant wickerwork, dragon turtle on long poles that's being, animated by these poles and swimming through the streets. And there are minstrels, tabaxi minstrels, jumping around it, and like a tail of festival goers behind, enjoying the music and dancing along behind the parade there. As it goes through the streets there, and the smell of the food and everything is coming off the stalls around you. And I think, Hugh, you were mentioning going to get some food?
Yeah.
So you see,
Goes
there's
the
like
stomach.
it's like it's like the Japanese festivals with all the big long line of tents along the side of the road and all the interesting looking designs and banners on top of the tents there for all the various culinary delights that are available here. And you start to make your way over towards the towards those tents, but you don't make it, as a large horn sounds out. Wow. Sorry, hang on. Sirenscape's not enjoying that. Sorry, folks. 2 seconds.
It's so loud. I think Brackle's like holding their little.
that was a
wings
good
over
horn,
their
though.
ears.
It was a good horn.
Yeah.
It was a really good
Been
one.
looking for a good horn on Sirenscape for a while. That was a good horn.
There it is. Sorry, folks. Let me chill out Sirenscape here so my computer can cope with it. Da-da-da-da. There it is. Okay. As those massive horns start to blow through the streets, Brackle, you know exactly what this is. You've been, especially as a resident of Mala's Throat, this means that an undead raiding party has emerged from the jungle to the south.
no.
Everyone in the streets here starts to flee. The large wicker dragon turtle crashes to the ground as it's discarded, and everyone in the festival starts stampeding through. Hugh, you think
Undead.
Brackle could do with a piggyback?
Yeah. Hugh's gonna go ahead and pick Brackle up
It's like a
and
kitten.
just yeah.
You just grab them by the back and like woof, up onto your shoulder, and the people are just charging around. Waku's fine, and no,
Waku is excited.
actually, Hugh, I think you kind of look around disturbed. He's like, "Oh, what about Waku?" And then you just see him like hanging limply from the flying monkey as he's like lifted up out of the crowd.
Just like, aha.
Wait. It's undead. It's fine.
It's like
Now, you
it's
don't know that,
undead
Waku, you
raid.
don't know that.
Oh.
It's an undead raid.
Now you do. Thank you, Brackle. And,
It's alright. I'm just like, we gotta get to safety. Or help.
Actually, Brackle,
Wait.
you're in more safety than you usually are. Usually, in this instance, you would flee to the Temple of Bast in the throat of
Yeah.
Allah there as the only defensible location. But you can see people streaming through the gates, and you can see Zura beckoning people through. And she sees you, Brackle, and looks at this clearly powerful adventuring party companion that you have around you, and she kind of desperately beckons to you.
It's like,
Brackle!
Yes, coming. Please, can we go? I'm sorry. I can't fly.
Yep.
Okay.
No problem.
So yeah, Hugh just like surges through the crowd with Brackle on the shoulder there. Waku and Waymak following as well. And
Piggyback.
Waymak, this is the kind of thing you live for, right? It's the
Yeah,
Temple of
Waymak-
Bast, endangered by
Waymak
hordes of undead.
sees the people fleeing and hears the word undead, and he
We gotta get to Auntie!
pulls out his Kopesh and his Rungu throwing knife, and he lets loose with his war cry, "Light of Ubasti!" And he just shoulders his way through the crowds, throwing whoever's out of the way, roaring as he goes to lead the vanguard into those undead.
And you go charging. It's quite difficult. You're against the flow of people. Everyone's rushing from the Malaz throat into the city itself, trying to get back inside. You're kind of wading through. Brackle, Zura's gesturing to you. Brackle, the children were at their lessons in the temple. You must save them.
They're still there.
You know what? They're taught to run there in times of trouble. And
Okay.
she's like, please, you've got to help them.
Please,
As
please.
the last of the people who are going to get through the gate get through, and the way is clear for you. You will rush out through the gate into Malaz's throat, and you can see into the darkness of the ravine a shifting horde down the far end, and it is a race between you
Oops.
and this horde of
Forgot.
undead. Who can get to the temple the fastest? And as you rush out, Zura pushes the gates closed, a grin across her little Aarakocra face.
Do I see that?
No, you're just rushing out and you got focused on
Okay.
the temple. Zurab's behind you, closing the gates and bars them shut, and in a very different voice says, "May they tear you to pieces." And we shall stop there.
Fantastic. Beautiful.
All right.
Yeah, love it.
Thank you, my friends. Still couldn't stop when the music's so extra.
I know,
Music
yeah.
is-
Oh,
It's alright, we already know what the plan for the plot is.
I'm, as the Maharishi said, a bit bombastic, but I'm already like, I'm just loving what I'm feeling with
Yeah.
Waymac. Just like, okay,
Yeah.
I haven't played a paladin like that in forever. I usually play a dwarf paladin, and they're
Different kind of paladin.
Okay, so my friends, join us next week as we play Frictionless Dan's Escape from Mala's Throat, the first of several additions to the Tomb of Annihilation, and we will have a giveaway from Frictionless Dan as well to say thank you to all of you lovely people, and we have some to give away today as well. So as we wrap things up here, everyone, if you're not in the giveaway, jump in, ! Enter, for the chance to win Encounters in Chult from CZRPG, or one of 3 gift vouchers for Troll Lord Games. Jump in, ! Enter, and we'll draw the winners after we wrap things up here. Shall I ease off the gas a little bit here? Let's.
Tension high. Tension going yum.
Okay. Thank you, Phantom. I was hoping we were going to be able to get there, and we did. And I was so happy when Waymack says we must go to the temple at once. I was like, yes, please. Okay. So, hello. Did I miss it? Oh, Robert Jackson. I'm sorry. Yes, we're just wrapping up.
We just
Do
finished.
catch the VOD and be ready for next time. Hell of an ending. Okay. So, thank you everyone. Absolutely awesome stuff as always. Join us next time for the incursion of the undead horde and, hopefully, should they survive, the chance to enjoy the festival proper as well. Okay. So, let us go around this overlay of ours and say goodbye to these lovely people. Let me jump over to our faces.
Our faces.
There you go, Scrappy. Jump in, ! Enter. Good luck. There's lots of amazing stuff. All of the stuff from CZRPG and from Frictionless Dan are amazing. Frictionless Dan's guides to DMing it is awesome. The extra stuff he's written, which we'll be playing next week, is fantastic. And CZRPG's Encounters in Chult is super, super cool. There's all their stuff in chat there. Everyone jump in, give them a follow, and get in touch with all their awesome things going on. Right, okay, so heading around this lovely group of people, clockwise from next to me, Brackle. Who are you on the material plane?
Hi everyone, I'm Scarlet Song She, her, your local Lycan librarian, and I've been Brackle, who has not looked as they do in their little tokeny buddy, sorry, wrong hand, tokeny buddy, for the rest of today's episode for various reasons that may or may not have been very obvious by the end of it. As for me, I'm not streaming too much this week. You will be there is an embroidery stream on tomorrow at 8 a.m. Australian Eastern Time, and I will not be running anything this weekend. However, if you'd like to add flavorful encounters to your adventures in multiple settings, there are officially, as of this month, 60 plus encounters and one-shots available on the Patreon for as low as $7.50 for the entire thing. It's crazy.
Join
and there's a
me.
new one every month.
Join me, I'm in there. Okay, and travelling around, Waku.
Hello, I am and have been Waku. I enjoy playing this character. I enjoy being here. I don't exist on the material plane, so that's the end.
Thank you. I think for your patience today, sorry, Waku didn't show up for quite a while there.
It's fine, it happens.
It's all good. Okay, thank you. Waymack, your good self.
Hey everyone, I am DM Charlie, and I had the pleasure of playing Waymack, the Bastedi Oath of Ancients Paladin. Look forward to meeting more of him, learning more about him in the weeks to come. In the real world, I am the face of DM Charlie Gaming, cadre of professional DMs built around a community of amazing, I shouldn't roll my eyes, amazing people, great role players actually. We are, yeah, right. Ooh, canceled. Yeah, we are dedicated to bringing you exceptional and memorable role-playing experiences. We do have a couple of campaigns sitting currently. I believe there are seats for DM Warriors, Fables, which is a Dark Sun kind of spin-off, and then our very own DM Ben still has seats for his Thursday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, Tomb of Annihilation. So watch us on Sundays. Yeah, play it on Thursday.
Yeah.
Play it on Thursday. Watch us on Sunday. Yeah. So
Tell us how we're doing it wrong.
exactly. Like, oh, don't go in that room. You're going in that room. I know for a personal fact, DM Ben is probably one of the most well-prepared DMs I have ever met in 40 years of doing this, and you are guaranteed a great time with either of these fabulous DMs. Thank you very much. Back to you, Phoenix.
Kicks heels in embarrassment. And last but not least, Hugh.
Howdy, everyone. My name is Colby, and I have been Hugh, the Goliath fighter. I am in the material plane, one half of the Vexed Bending group here in Central Florida. We work with local Floridian artists to kind of help bring them to the community through our creative vending machines. We've got currently, we have 4 machines that are out in the wild. Check us out on Instagram if you're ever in the area. Give us a shout out.
Awesome. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Scrappy. Yes, and we are QuestJunkiesUK. We like playing D&D and other TTRPGs, and we have fun charity things going on from time to time in the year, and all sorts of exciting adventures for you to come along with whenever and wherever you are able to. Thank you all for joining us today in this opening session. It was awesome to jump into this. I've been wanting to play this for a long time, and I'm very excited to enjoy all the delights of Nyanzaru and then out into the jungles. But first, the jungles are coming to you. Okay, so join us next time as our heroes take on this undead horde. Well, attempts to escape from this undead horde. Not probably the best idea to take them on, just the 4 of you. So
It's not like we've been locked out of the city or anything.
Well,
awesome stuff. Cannot prepare yourself for SRX bullshit. Yes, fair. Now, to be fair, Rufflejacks, this is Rasnisi's bullshit, not SRX. So, first things first. Okay, so thank you, everybody. Absolute pleasure as always. Thank you for all of the subs and the gifted subs and the bits and the follows. Absolutely wonderful support as always. Thank you so much, and we're looking forward to jumping back into this next week. But before then, on Wednesday night or Thursday morning, depending where you are in the world, we have Out of the Abyss, and then we have our Ravenloft homebrew, the Barovia and Beyond group, and then on Friday we have our sneak peek preview playthrough of CZRPG's Chacenta's Tyranny coming up, and then we'll be back here in the jungle. Absolutely fantastic stuff. All right, my friends, thank you. Let us see who these lucky winners are. I'm going to do a quick refresh, make sure we've got everyone in there. 4 winners today, folks. Who's it going to be? Okay, actually, let me be organised here and make a note of who's getting what.
Also, for those in the Discord, enjoy the doodles that I will be posting after the session is over.
Ooh, nice. There you go, folks. You heard it here. Jump into the Discord to get the doodles. All the doodles.
Doodles.
There's the link there. Okay, thank you. And while I'm at it, giving a few folks there, exclamation mark, enter, last chance, everybody. Here's our VOD stuff. Rufflejacks, there you go. If you want to catch the VOD. Actually, it won't be on YouTube for a bit, but it will be on the Twitch here. And also, if you want to follow our Twitter and stuff, the next sneak peeks that people will be getting, Discord first, and then into the wild world, will be those teased Spelljammer players that we were talking about before. Okay. Charlie disappeared and his chair changed into a beluga. His chair looks like a beluga whale.
Oh yeah, it kind of does.
Okay, right. I don't know why, because I know it's not that color. It'll just be some weird thing on the thing.
Yeah, it's the behind him, the
Hey, Scrappy,
picture.
thank you.
There's actually just a beluga in that picture.
Okay, so there we go, folks. Refreshed and ready. Ooh, good luck, everybody. Some folks in here. Oh, thank you, OG. Yes, I am behind on uploads. So if you want to see what happened in the Wackyverse a while ago, but there's lots of catching up to be done. So, and I will be more on pace with this campaign.
There's a lot of emotional stuff that happened.
Lots of beautiful stuff
just
going on.
dumped.
Lots of beautiful stuff going on. And you can see our old campaigns before you found us, OG. We've got Curse of Strahd in there, the tail end of Descent into Avernus.
That's a good one.
It is very good. It's very good stuff. Oh, right. If you want to catch up on that Wackyverse lore, which does continue to seep into games onwards and always. Okay. If people recently who've joined us want to figure out who the hell this Arafortan is that we talk about but everyone else has forgotten.
Arafortan!
Waymac OG put that laughing face in chat there, the smiling face in chat there, and it just rose up and the overlay just perfectly over Waymac's art. It's just like... Okay, let's find out who these lucky winners are, everyone. Good luck to you all. First, let's go for Encounters in Chult from CZRPG. Awesome stuff. Beautiful maps and interesting encounter design for your games. Use them as one-shots, drop them into your campaigns. Scrappy! Yay! Perfect. Scrappy just said they didn't have Tomb of Annihilation content. Yes!
Nice.
Now you do.
Perfect. And thank you for those gifted subs, my friend. That did not influence the rolls all. It is not in my hands. Thank you. Yes, and congratulations, Scrappy. And then we have our count them 1, 2, 3. It's a magic number, and we have 3 Troll Lord Games gift certificates for you, lovely people. First one going to. Cuz Daisy! Yeah, Daisy, awesome. And the second going to OG! Congratulations, OG!
Nice.
And lastly, our third gift certificate going to Split the Party! Perfect, coming in with the raid. Excellent stuff. Well, those are all going to good hands. Thank you for that YouTube subscription, whoever that was. And so I just got the alert on my phone. Thank you so much, everyone. Absolute pleasure as always. Congratulations to all those winners. Join us. We have giveaways in every session. We have more copies of Encounters in Chult to give away later in the week to celebrate the campaign beginning here. And we'll have more Troll Lord goodies, Troll Lord Games goodies available next month, because I just gave away all of the March ones then. It's just like, let's do all of them in one go to celebrate the start of the campaign.
Yum.
Yes, enjoy, everybody. Lots and lots of cool stuff on the digital catalogue of Troll Lord Games for you to sink your teeth into. All right, my friends, that is all for today, but let us head off raiding. Who's on at the moment? Ooh, a bunch of people.
I see a dag.
Let's see. Yeah, dag, right? That's what I'm thinking. If there's no... Yeah, let's see. Our friend Dag, they're playing an alpha of a new RPG system that's being released. And I think AJ's in there as well, and Rob as well. Excellent. Okay, yes, let's head on over to this heavy-hitting bunch of folks.
RPG, I've heard of this.
Yeah, it's like a sci-fi one, like you
Yeah.
alien planet. Let's head on over and say hello to our wonderful friends over there, Dadozy Gamer, AJ Winters, and Robert Hartley to his friends. I don't know why it does it that way around, it's bizarre. Anyway, so, no, that's not how it works. Hey, thank you everybody, absolute pleasure as always. And, Dag's not there, but they're playing on his channel. Okay, fair enough.
Oh.
Fair enough. We shall see.
Do what you will.
Go and say hello to the rest of them instead. Okay, everyone, thank you all so much for today. It's been an absolute pleasure. And we will see you all again very, very soon. But until then, you know what to do, my friends. Stick around for that raid if you've got to let those phoenixes fly. Until next time, as we say, even down here in the jungles of Chult. Oyasumi nasai. Oyasumi.
Yasumi.
A massive thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed that session. And let us also say thank you to the wonderful folks who support the channel. CZRPG, Phoenix Dice, Troll Lord Games, and of course the fabulous Sirenscape. If you would like to check them out, follow the links in chat, and of course, jump on those tasty coupons if you want to get some discounts on awesome things for your games. CZRPG is a constant source of inspiration with their fantastic products, interestingly written, beautiful maps, dynamic encounter design, original monsters and magic items. Do join their newsletter for all of the information about what's going on with them. And of course, where would we be without those gorgeous Click-Clack Math Rocks from Phoenix Dice, an amazing producer of interesting designs, guaranteed to roll well for players, not so well for GMs sometimes, but that's the way we play. Now, if you would like to support this amazing company with their recycled materials and very eco-friendly way of doing business, do give them a click and look at all of the beautiful dice that they have over in their store. Trollord Games, all of our friends over there, they have their own original Castles and Crusades system, lots of stuff for D&D and all sorts of amazing TTRPG stuff in their store. Click on that link and get your adventure underway. And of course, last but not least, by any measure you care to employ, Sirenscape, a fantastic source of music and sound effects that just takes your game to a new level. Fantasy, science fiction, mystery, heists, whatever type of game you're playing, whatever system you're playing, Sirenscape has the sounds for you. And you can pipe that all over the world to wherever your players are through their online player. And if you would like to, you can get yourself a free trial by following the link. And if you become a Super Siren, you can get access to all of their hundreds of options, make your own original sound sets, and support us too via our affiliate link there in chat. Okay, that's all for today. Another massive thank you, and we look forward to seeing you all very soon. Stick around for the raid if you've got 'em, let those phoenixes fly, but till next time, as we like to say around these parts, oyasuminasai.